So hello everybody and welcome to the revision session today. So am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, thanks Sejal. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so firstly I would like to ask you guys if you guys are facing issues in any of the concepts, then we'll start with what I've thought. Yeah, anybody? So I think everybody is okay. So Abhineet says he's facing issues in the pattern matching. Okay, fine. Anything else? So I was not planning to cover pattern matching, but we can discuss some parts of it now. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else? Okay. It is about conditions. Nice. Okay. Okay, guys. So I will start with some bits of pattern matching first. Functions in script. So Chaitanya, functions in script, how do you want, like, what are you facing issues in this?
Sir, the issue I'm facing is when we have to add parameters to that function. I mean, I'm unable to execute it when I have to add parameters. I don't know how to add those parameters to it.
Add parameters in the sense command line arguments.
Yes.
So it is same. It is very similar to what you do in scripts. So similar to any running any script, you can run a function also, and just pass the arguments space separated after the function name. It's same.
Okay, so we don't have
Just
to
try.
add parentheses. Uh,
No, it's not required.
okay, sir.
So in fact, all the problems that you have been solving on portal, so your code is always taken as a function. You don't know it and you don't need to know it. Okay. But we pass the arguments if we tell that your script needs arguments, command line arguments, we pass it them in the same way. So if you would observe that there is a prefix code where the script and the function is named as a script that is written on the portal in all the assignments.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that function we just type script and we run it. That is one way. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let me start with a few slides on pattern matching. Then we'll switch to some examples.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
What type of questions, like mostly we can expect in the OPPE?
Okay. So, okay, so let's first briefly discuss a few things about OPPE. Then we'll come to the pattern matching thing. So firstly, there will be a mock released for you guys today itself, today night, probably. And that will have exactly the same pattern that we will follow in the OPP. That will consist of 8 questions and with 2 sections. And out of those 2 sections, both the sections will consist of 4 questions each. And in each section, you have to solve 3 questions. Okay. So it's like you have to solve 6 questions out of 8 questions, but 3 from each section. That is 1 question from each section is optional. And now the other thing that I want to emphasize for you guys is that you guys should be very clear about what is a variable, what a command line argument is, and how to read is input from standard input. Okay. So how many of you guys attended the last bash code with us session, or anybody who attended it? Okay, so Sejal and I remember others would all have also attended. So what I mean to say is there in the first, there the first 3-4 questions are particularly about this. What is the difference between a variable and a command line arguments, and the third thing is how to read the input. Okay, so you can be given inputs in 3 ways. One is either you will have to read it. The second is that you will get the inputs as command line arguments, and third is there will be some bash variables already set for you guys that you can use. So these are the 3 ways you can get input in the questions. So if guys don't know the difference between these, just practice them. So these are the very basic concepts of bash. Yes, we are talking about week 5 code with us session. Okay. So let me share my screen. So I'm talking about this week 5. See, so this is very important, guys, because you may know the solution, but if you don't know how to take the input, you may not be able to write the solution. So this is very important. So if you guys would have practiced graded assignments or practice assignment, there are some questions, and this is one place where I put these things specifically as problem 1A, 1B, 1C. Okay. So here this question asks you to write a bash script that accepts a name as input from std in. So here what is expected from you guys is to take input from std in. Okay, can anybody tell me how do we do that?
So we can use read.
Using read. Okay, so using
Yeah,
read command, using read command you can do that. So this is the solution. Read where. Okay, so what will this do? Read where will read the value, the input into where variable. Yes, YouTube link would be available, and I think that is given in the chat window at the top, already posted there. Okay, so this is about reading variables from std in. So std in or standard input or terminal, whatever you call it. Okay. Okay. Now the second thing is that you have to take the input from command line argument. Okay. So if you ask, if we say that yeah, there's a string, take the value of the string from the command line argument. So how will you use that?
Using $1.
Okay. So $1 will give you the first command line argument. If there are more than that, you can use $1, $2, $3 like that. And if you don't know how many arguments are there, then if you want to iterate on all the arguments, how will you do that?
Dollar
Dollar?
at the rate.
Yes, dollar at the rate. So dollar at the rate is the list of all the arguments. So you can use that to iterate over all the arguments. Okay, got it? Now, the third thing is okay, no, one CA doesn't have that variable thing. The third thing I wanted to convey is about if there is some variable already created for you guys, we say that a variable is already created and you need to use it. Then how would you do it?
Just
Okay.
simply use it with dollar and then variable name.
Yeah, so let me close this window and I will share another window and demonstrate that live. Okay, so yeah, suppose I say okay. So this is the question. So there are two variables named A and B, and you have to print the sum of these variables. So you don't need to create them. That is the point. They will be already created for you on the okay, for the problem. So what you will have to do is
Hello, sir.
yeah.
Hello. Sir, actually, the replit URL you use that, I search on that, but I did not find that URL where you code all that stuff.
Just a second. Let me complete this.
Okay, sir.
You guys just have to use the variables A and B. Okay. So this is what. So what we will do, what you will already have is that okay. So you will get something like this, that A and B is already created. If you do echo $A and $B, you will get some values already there. Some values will be already there. You just have to write the script and use these variables. If it is said that the shell variables are already there. Okay, guys, got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's not fix this. The point is not about the script. It is about how to take the input. So there are three ways I told you about this. Okay. Now let's switch to pattern matching. Before that, yeah, who was that? Somebody was saying that if they are facing issues with the replet.
Yes, sir. Sir, I opened the URL replit.com slash
Yeah.
team slash uh, double two T2 system commands, but this is not working. It say that this replit is not like it is this person does not have any replets at.
So you know you would not be using your proper account, and you won't be.
Sir,
Otherwise, you
actually
won't be
I
added there.
log in. Sir, actually I use the account from the IITM Gmail. So from where I log into this account?
No. So guys, others who are able to access, can you help him?
I share my Replit user ID. So please add to me in that.
So I cannot do it just now. That your IDs are already added. We cannot add any new IDs. Your online degree IDs are already added. You have to use that.
So I use that, but this is not working. Actually, the same
So
teams that in
is it working for others, guys?
Yes, sir.
sir, actually in the previous term there is POD Python test, Python SEP 2021. In that teams I already added, but in this I didn't add it till now.
Okay, if you are not added, then you will have to contact. So please put a post on discourse. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
there is a link to join the Replit team on Discord.
Hey, Utkarsh, we could not hear you clearly. Can you repeat? Hello, Utkarsh. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in the exam also we have to demonstrate getting the output on the command line prompt, or it will be like the first week, second week programming GRP and all. We used to just type the code and all the test cases will be passed. It will be similar, or the fifth. This one is different, sir. This fifth.
No, I think no. I don't. Actually, I'm not getting your point.
No.
So
Yes, yes.
the point is that for week 1 or week 2 or week 5, everywhere the GRPs are same, right?
No,
You
but
write
now
your
in
script.
the fifth, in the week 5, this part, some of the two numbers you demonstrated from command line prompt, but in the week 1, 2, and all, we just have to write the 2-line codes and get that test cases passed. So it will be similar. The
Yeah, what I demonstrated is that A and B will be created for you. You just have to write the code.
Okay.
Whatever. So in inside the script, the example that I gave, inside the script, did I use the values of A and B? Did I declare the values of A and B? No.
No,
We
no.
we directly used it. That's what I was showing. Got it?
Okay. 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 Sure. Okay. Thank
Okay. So
you. Yes.
A and B, there was on terminal, that was the only way to create outside the script from some other script or terminal.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you will get those variables already created in script. You can directly use it if it is mentioned in the question to use the variables.
Okay. So in that case, we need to type those 2-line relevant codes, the relevant code and 1 or 2 lines, and the test cases will be passed. It will be similar. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Thank you.
So the same questions you will get a similar question to read variables or these things in your mock also. Practice that there also.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And another thing I will show you guys is that in the mock there will be a cheat sheet. And the same cheat sheet will be available in the exam also. Okay, so the cheat sheet will I will show you the cheat sheet just now. Okay. So can you guys see the cheat sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So a similar cheat sheet will be available for you guys. Okay. So you can just go through this cheat sheet.
Where it?
Hello.
Yes, sir. I am asking that where it will be provided.
It will be available during the whole exam.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So during whole exam, it will be available. So I would suggest to go through it once before the exam also, so that you remember where to search, what to search. Otherwise, there you may spend a lot of time reading this. If you read it once, you would know. If you forget some syntax, you would know where that it is available in it and where to search for it and how to interpret it. Okay, guys.
So instead of scrolling, is there a direct search for like like control F kind of? Can we search a particular thing which we want in this
So
big box?
I'm not sure about all those things
Okay.
because of the CI
Is it
and
allowed? I
other.
want to know in that exam.
Yeah, that should not be a problem.
Okay.
Okay. So if you during your exam for like looking at the cheat sheet, if you have to switch tabs and it shows you a warning, that should not be a problem. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Switching tabs should not be a problem for looking at the cheat sheet. We are aware of that, and the system will not, you will not be penalized for that. Okay. Yeah. So this is the cheat sheet.
And sir,
And
so
yeah,
before exam, where is it available?
before exam, during mock, it will be available. So
Okay.
today it
Okay.
will be made available to you guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, first, there's some question also. Somebody is saying week 5, question 4, GRPA 4, which one? You
Sir,
repeat.
rapid problem.
REPL problem? Week 5?
Yes, sir. The file path 1.
Problem 4. Let's open it. Yeah. So the problem is write a bash script named script.sh that accepts, okay, that accepts a file path as an argument and checks if that exists and is readable by current user and prints the output as below. Okay. So what did you understand by this statement firstly?
Sir, we'll have to check the file permissions. And if we have checked the first of all, if the file exists. If it does,
Okay.
then we check the file permissions.
Okay.
Otherwise, we just print does not exist to stdr using the 2 greater than ampersand.
Yeah, so for the first statement, there are two things. First, you have to check if the file exists or not, and second thing, if you have read permissions or not. Okay. So the thing is that these are practice problems. So it is not so every things like you, if you are the owner or not, that is not specified. Assume on the portal also it will be the same. You will be the owner of the files. Everything you will be the owner. Okay, you will not be in the group or others. So everything that you have to deal with file permissions and everything that is to be dealt using considering that you are the owner of the file. Okay, so here also it will be the same. Now, so how will you check firstly if the file exists or not? Yeah, tell me this. Suppose this is the exam, and how will you check?
Minus F.
Yeah. Hello. So who asked this question?
Sir, I did, but I can't figure out how to check it. The best case scenario I can think of is using an ls command. But then I'm not sure how to check for output in that case.
Okay. So one option is that if you just do ls and $1. Okay. Where is the file path? It is in $1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So one way is to use ls $1, and after that, what will you do? Do you know how to check the last command status, running status? What variable to use if it ran successfully or not? Do you remember that?
Sir, the we
Dollar
use
question
the
mark.
flags to check the last one, right? Like hash question mark.
Yes. $? Not $?
Yes, sir. Dollar question mark.
Yes, that will return 0 if the last command was successful. But the problem with this approach is that if the file name you are searching for, if suppose the file name is file, and you give ls file, it will list all the files starting with the name, starting with the prefix file. Okay. So if the exact file is not there, but file1 is there, then also your command will pass successfully. So this will not give you the right answer. Okay. You got my
Right,
point?
sir. Right,
Yeah.
sir.
So in exam, suppose if you don't know what you will do, there in the do you know about the file operators, that there are file operators like arithmetic operators and string operators? There are file operators also. Okay. So in
No, sir.
exam,
Please explain.
yeah, so there are file operators, and cheat sheet you will be able to see those operators. Just go if you don't remember anything in exam, go through the cheat sheet. File operators are available. Do some hit and trial and you will know how to use it if you forget or something. Okay, it's very easy. So there is an operator to check if the file exists or not, and you can check that. Okay, I will show you.
Ankur, Shubham this side. Sorry, I've joined little late. But
Yeah.
can you tell the, or maybe I missed it. Can you tell the procedure to get these things in the Replit, like a week 5 problem 4? This thing I'm not aware how to got these things in the Replit.
So this is the team that if you are logging through the correct ID, you would be in
Uh-huh.
the team and you would see all the weeks.
Okay, so I have to just log in into Replit, and there will be a team named system command or something, and then I can see all these things. Correct, na?
Yes. So um, from your view, I don't know exactly. Can somebody help with this? Am I right? From your from your view also, is it the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have to go to Replit Teams.
Yes. Yeah. So go to the teams and in the teams, click on system commands team.
Okay, teams I have to go. Okay, let me
Yeah.
check. Thank you. Thank you.
Now for this problem, okay. So this is the cheat sheet. Here are the file operators. Okay. Now whoever is asked that question, I would want you to go and look at this help and nothing else. Don't look at anything else. Just look at this help and just try to solve that question, because other parts are very easy. Okay.
Right, sir. Got it.
Okay. So you will get everything. Now this is the option that you can use, but first thing, now try to run a few tests and see if this returns for the exists also. It is mentioned exists and is readable. So what happens if it is not, if doesn't exist? What does this return? Okay, try all those things. That way you will learn better. Okay, and the next part to the
Sorry,
question, I think it would be easy. Or do you want me to discuss that also? How to print does not exist on std, err, and all those things?
So that would be simple redirection of the file pointers, right?
No, it's not very, yes, but you have to print two stdrr, that is redirect to ampersand 2,
Yes, sir.
redirect, then ampersand 2.
Yes,
If
sir.
you want to redirect stdrr to file, that means you type 2 ampersand,
Yes,
2
sir.
and greater than sign. But if you want to redirect to stdrr, then you have to use ampersand 2 at the right side of greater than sign. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, could you explain the last topic once again? Last concept that you just mentioned.
Okay, just a second.
Hello, sir.
Just a second. I am talking. I am still discussing the last concept. What I mean to say is that there is a script, some script we say. Okay. This echoes something. Echo. Okay. Firstly, let me show you simply. Now what did it do? It printed both the statements, right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's do this way. Okay. Firstly, how to redirect this output to a file. So when you run this sc.sh and you write like this, some OU output, so it won't print anything, but everything goes to the output. Okay. Now if you
So,
do it like this, yeah, go ahead. Ask
if you
whatever
don't
you.
mind, can you zoom a little bit?
How do we do that? I don't exactly. Just a second. Can somebody help if somebody knows that? Otherwise, it will take some time for me to search. Okay, Zoom is here. Is it zoomed for you guys now?
Yes, sir. It's so.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now what will this do? This will print everything. And when you see the contents of output, there's nothing, because everything that sc.sh is printing, it is printing to standard input. Now, if we change it, okay. So
So
if
it
you
is
want to,
printing to standard input or standard output, the previous one,
sorry, standard output.
standard output. No.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So that means the file is empty after that command. That is greater than 2. That one, the file is empty, but it's printed to the screen terminal.
So that file is empty because we are not printing anything to the stderr and we are redirecting stder.
No, previously there was content in the file. Now after that command greater than and ampersand 2, then it's the content is flashed on the terminal and the file becomes empty.
Okay. So single greater than sign will redirect the output. It will override the file. If you use double greater than, it will append to the end of the file. If you
Okay.
don't want to erase the contents, use double greater than sign.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So now
Sir,
let's.
there was a typo. Uh, Sir, there was a typo in the ECHO command. The second one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, if we first let's see what the output is. Okay, it is again, yeah. So it is printing standard error and standard out both. Now, how do we know this, that it is printing both? Let's do one thing. I write one or I don't write anything, it's the same thing. So for clarity, I'm writing one. That is a standard out. I'm redirecting only standard out. Okay, got it? How to put how to put something on a standard error stream? That is through ampersand 2. Redirect to ampersand 2. So it will print that to standard error. Okay. Now if you get, then output is standard. Now if you want to redirect the standard error stream, then you can check that to stderr is redirected. Okay, so got it, guys? This is the way you redirect something to standard out using ampersand 2 to stderr. If you want to print something to stderr, use this. Okay, any doubts in this? Anybody?
Sir, what would be the difference between this and the standard redirection that we do, that 2 greater than?
2 greater than inside the
Yes,
script
sir.
or outside the script? Where you are talking?
Sir, outside the script, like when in
Outside the
the
script.
terminal when we run it.
Yeah. So what is the difference between these two? 1 greater than and 2 greater than?
No, sir, 2 greater than and the one that you wrote inside the script.
Okay. So the thing is, here we are redirecting the output from standard error. 2 means standard error, right? Firstly,
Yes, sir.
2 denotes standard error. So 2 greater than means we are redirecting the output that is coming from standard error. Okay, to a file. And there we were okay. So inside the script, what command is printing the output?
Sorry, sir, inside the
Script, what command is printing the output?
echo command.
Okay, the echo command will print the output. So echo command generally prints the output to standard out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this thing will be to STERR should be printed to standard out unless you use this. So this redirection means you have to print whatever echo is printing to to ampersand 2. Ampersand 2 means
Got
2
it,
means
sir. Got it.
got it. So here we are printing
Yes,
to standard error, and in this case where we are doing this, we are getting the which command is printing the output here? sc.sh. Okay, the
so, sir,
command or
the one
script file is
inside,
sc.sh. Yeah.
the
Hello,
one
sir.
inside tells that the command has to send its output to the stderr, and the one
Yes.
outside retrieves that.
Outside is to take the output from we are only redirecting the output of stderr to output file.
Right,
Okay.
sir.
Sir,
Got it.
sir, I did
Thank you.
get it. Can you repeat, like, what is the difference between using inside the script and outside the script?
No, they are different things. We are not using the same thing inside the script and outside the script.
Uh, no, sir. The
Firstly,
ampersand two, that one.
inside the script, ampersand 2 is on the right side of the greater than sign, right? And outside the script, the 2 is on the left side of the greater than sign.
Yes.
You got this much?
Okay. Yes, sir. This much I got.
Let me do it this way. Okay. Now see the last line here and this. Is there a difference here?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference?
That is greater than ampersand 2, and this is 2 greater than.
Yes. So 2 greater than means you have to redirect 2 to output. 2 means stderr. Okay. So do you know what is stderr and std out?
Like kind of ports. Like one is 0, one is and 1 and 2.
Yes, there are error. So they are streams. It's an output stream and
Yes,
error
yes,
stream.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So std out is denoted by 1 and stderr is denoted by 2.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 greater than means you have to you are trying to redirect stderr to somewhere, and here it is the output file. And greater than %2 means you are directing the redirecting the output to standard error. Okay, got it?
Okay, sir. Now I got it.
Yeah, try these examples yourself and you will get them better.
Yes, sir. That means the to str that string it will be go to error stream.
Yes.
Okay.
Ankur, Shubham again this side. Sorry guys, I have gone into the Teams and I can't see this system command folder. If anyone can help?
22T2 system commands, that is the name. 22T2.
No, in the replit, I was unable to locate the system command group.
Okay, so somebody has sent you the invitation link.
Yeah, that I'm trying. Yeah.
I'm also the same problem. Face the same problem.
Okay, so you use this link. Try to use this link, and I think if you are doing for the first time, this may be required. Thanks, Samindra.
Hello. Hi, Ankur.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we don't use the file direction operator outside the script, then both the standard output and standard error will be shown on the screen, right?
Yes.
So, like, what is the difference between standard out and standard error? Like, what? This is the same thing now. Both are showing on the screen, some kind.
So if you don't use anything, then at that time they are seen. You will feel that you won't know where the output is coming from. Okay, so the thing is that this is a facility for you guys. When you write a script, you want to separate your messages, your error messages, different from your output messages. So this is for that. Okay.
Okay.
So in your script, you can use these scripts, these streams, and even the commands do the same, right? So suppose in echo, how would I there will be some examples where some command output comes and then there is an error. Okay, you would have faced these things sometime.
Yeah.
So suppose if you want to only take the correct part of it and you don't want to, you just want to ignore the error. So how will you do that?
Okay.
You use this.
Okay. By default, they are redirecting to the screen.
Yeah,
both
terminal.
the standard out,
Yeah.
both terminal,
Yeah.
standard out and
Yeah.
standard in error.
Yeah, both will be printed by default.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
One doubt. So, like just to clarify, can I say that the ampersand greater than ampersand 2 that is like the that is related to the like in Python throwing an exception, like that I am throwing that to the error.
That is not exactly related to throwing an exception. Throwing an exception is equivalent to exit, but you give some in Python with an exception, you give some string, right? Some message. So this is
Yes.
related to the message. So this is the message, and if you want to throw some exception code, you use the exit command. Exit 100. That will throw 100. Okay. So like,
Okay,
and you can see the exit code using this command. So last command was successful. Our last command was successful. Though what is the exit code? 0. Now suppose we give this. There's no file with this name. Okay, so there is the error here. It shows an error. Now, now if you check the exit code, what is the exit code? It is 1. Okay, so similar to this, instead of 1, you can throw some other exit code also from your script. Yeah. Now just I could think of one example. Yeah. So somebody was asking, why do we have these two? Like what is the, so can you see that yeah. So there is this, these things are from output. Okay. Hello, this is from output.
Okay.
This is, yeah, this is on standard out stream. and this is on standard error stream. Now, how is this useful? Suppose I want to know what are the files that are not available. So for all those, the errors should be thrown to our output file. Yeah. So what will it do? Okay. What is this command doing? So whatever files are available, those will be printed through cat, and whatever files are not available, for them, the errors will not be thrown on the terminal. Got it? So somebody was asking,
Yes.
right? I don't know who, I don't remember the name, but what is the difference between out and error? So this is the way you can use it. Now, if you print the output file, you would know that these files were not available. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So in the same command, if it throws output, correct output also is there and error is also there, you can separate it using this. Okay. Now let's discuss some bits of our regular expression. So somebody has mentioned that. Samindra, we'll come to your question also. I think this is the smaller question. We can take it first. The seventh question. So what is the difference between single square bracket and double square brackets? Okay. So to tell you, these are two different standards, and the newer one is the double square brackets, and it supports more functionality than the single one. So what I will suggest you is, there are not a lot of differences, but I would suggest is just stick to one of them and keep using that. Okay, so you would understand and you would get used to it. So for example, if you use single square brackets, you cannot use the and or operators inside it. You have to use the brackets again and again if you want to use and or operators. But if you use double square brackets, you can use uh, the and operator or operator inside it. Hello, somebody was saying something.
Sir, if you can demonstrate that the previous question in the replit you were showing step by step, you can explain that like how to get that output. We were on a problem earlier. Can you
Yeah.
explain that a file exists, and if it's readable, then just throw something on the terminal like that?
Okay.
So,
Okay. So you are you able to access the replit?
no, actually, no, I have not gone to that screen. I have not gone to replit, but if you can show how to run that in the replit, sir. If you can run that in the replit and show that.
No,
particular
don't
program.
get confused. Don't get confused with that. That is different than what we would get on portal.
Okay.
If you want to get an gist of like how it will be on portal, are you asking because of that, right?
Yeah. No. That particular script which you wrote for the previous problem, is it? Can you explain that how to run and
No,
get out?
that is not my script. Yeah, that is not the solution script, I think.
Yeah,
that is
it's
something
just
else.
a hint. It's just a hint, like a file exists like that. But we have to find the exact command from our own research.
So it's very easy. Like, it is an operator. It's not a command for this. It's an operator actually. So you can directly use -r and the file name.
Okay.
Okay, in single square brackets or double
in the
square
first
brackets.
line you mentioned read exists. Like
so actually, this is not my code. On Replit, I can see anybody's code, any student's code.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Not yours.
So yeah, this is not the solution code. So generally on Replit, solution code is not available in main.sh. No, actually this is yeah. Let me open the question. This is not the solution code. This is the evaluation code.
Okay, sir, you can go ahead.
Just a second. Yeah. Now can you see this?
Yeah, this is the one I was asking. Like
yeah, I will tell you. What does the question say? What does the question say? Write a bash script named script.sh. Okay.
Yes.
So your solution goes here. So solution is empty. This is the evaluation script. what this does is from test cases, it will read these variables and this exist variable. This is for our like separating test cases. This is something else. So this is the evaluation code, not the
Yeah, I got it, sir. I
answer
got it.
script.
But will you publish this the exact code, sir, for our
Evaluation
understanding?
code.
No. I mean, for this problem, can you publish later the exact code so that we will understand how to solve this problem by ourselves?
The solution.
Yes, solution.
Yeah, it's very easy. I can just share it.
No, step
just
by
now.
step, how to approach a problem. This particular problem, how to approach step by step. That's all. First, we have to see whether the file is readable. Readable file. That's the first step we have to find out.
Yes. Yeah. So let's discuss. I will show you the solution just now. Before that, let's discuss. How will you develop that?
How will you exactly? How will you develop on this?
Yeah. So just go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Discuss with me and go ahead.
Yeah. If the file exists in that path, we have to check, sir, first.
Yeah. How will you check that? What the statement will you use?
That is -r file. That
Yeah.
read -r file.
Okay. But
File
where will
path,
you use that?
Yeah, how to mention the file path, sir? This one is about checking whether a file exists, but here in the problem they've asked whether.
So where is the file path given?
File path is
how do you access the argument? Command line argument. Command line argument.
Command line.
Yeah. You remember $1, $2?
Yes. $1, yes.
So $1 directly.
Yeah. Only one argument. So
yes. You can directly use this. Okay. Now you got the file path in file path. Just for understanding, you can directly use $1 also. But for clarity, I have used another variable and copied the value in file path. Okay. Now what will you do?
Now whether this file has readable permission, read permission.
Yes. How will you check that?
That is -r. No.
-r. Yes.
-r file.
Okay. But this is not a command. You have to convert this to a command firstly.
No,
this will return something. Yeah, this is a command. Like you can use it.
Okay, if condition.
Yeah, either if condition or you can directly use it in brackets, and you can use and or after this. Like this also you can use it and something and or something. Okay, to print.
So this first one is true if it is true, and the other one.
So this is one way I'm saying you can use it this way and or you can just write if here and you can there's another way.
Yeah, as per the hint given the problem there, you just demonstrate like if that one. If true.
Yeah.
Then
so I can give you share the solution just now. I have the solution. So that won't help you a lot. You have to try to like you should develop writing the code.
Yes.
You should develop your skill. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So just tell me theoretically like a pseudo code. Okay. Don't worry about the correctness of the syntax. Just tell me what will you write if. Okay. If then what will we do? This returns true. Suppose this will return true. That means the file exists and is
last
readable.
one, sir. Print who that one.
Now the problem is in this will return. This will check for exist and return both. Okay. Yeah. So you will print woohoo. Okay. So now the next two things, how will you check?
Sir, how do you write? Just can you type the next one also? Woohoo, that one also, so that we'll be.
So you are talking about syntax.
Okay, syntax, but see, but this exam evaluates you on syntax. Without if we commit one error, also we will not get an output, sir. That's why we fear. We fear about the syntax.
No, but if you have practiced any of the batch questions, you would know how to print anything, how to print woohoo, right?
Yes.
So you just need to copy it from here. These strings, just
Sorry.
copy it from here. I would advise to copy it so that there is no spelling mistake.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so that the better way is to copy it. Okay, so this is one way. Now the problem is, how do you check? Minus R will check for both things, if it exists or not, and if readable or not. So what will you do?
That
So
one,
there is
that,
another operator.
or operate and operator.
So there is another operator that will check only if the file exists. Okay, so better way to solve this question is, first check if it exists. Okay, then check if it is readable.
So we can have the or operator, no sir? If the first one is true, the second one will not be evaluated like that.
Yeah, but here there are three conditions. It's not just that if it is exists and readable.
Okay.
If it would have been this, and if it doesn't exist and is not readable, it's not like that. It's like exists and readable. These are two conditions, right?
Yes.
And based on each condition, the output is different.
Okay.
Okay, so this is for this combined, if both are true. Okay, this command checks for both, so we cannot separate these two conditions from this command, can we? No. So we have to structure it. So think logically how to structure it. So there are two I will tell you there are two commands. One will let you know if it exists or not, and the other command is, it will let you know if it exists and is readable. And if both the fails, if both the commands fail, what do you mean? Tell me. Hello.
Yes, sir. That second, I think the first one, sir. Prints does not exist.
Okay, just a second. Let me tell you what I am talking about. Okay, so I'm saying that there are these two. Okay, and this one checks. Let's just talk about the logic first. Syntax is easy. This much syntax, and with the help of this, you will be able to solve everything, whatever is given in the question. Okay, so now I have given these two. Consider these as hints. Now tell me, what will you do? How will you arrange these things logically, if else if? Don't worry about the syntax, just tell me orally. How will you arrange for these three things? You got my point, right?
If not, sir, if not,
Yeah,
first,
if not,
in the second line, whatever is we are checking, opposite we have to check. So the some maybe exclamation mark and that in the second line, whatever.
no, don't worry about the exclamation mark. Just tell me. Not, I will
If
get
not
it.
both of them, if not readable and no file found, then print the first one, that is does not exist.
Okay, so that is not required.
Okay, not readable is not required.
No, that is not required, because minus R consists of both. So this is minus F is inclusive in minus R. Got it?
Okay.
It will check for both if it exists all and readable both.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no need to combine this with an or and.
So minus F we have to check and print
Yeah.
the first one.
So if you check first with minus R, you won't know if it failed because it was not readable or because it didn't exist. Now listen to this carefully. If you use minus R before minus F and it fails, if that condition fails, would you know that if it failed because so suppose I am writing a else here. Okay, so when will it come to this else?
When the first one is failed.
When will the first one fail? If the file doesn't exist, it will fail.
Yeah.
Okay, if the file exists and it is readable, will it fail? No. If the file exists and it is not readable, will it fail?
Yes.
No, sir.
It will fail. It will fail.
It will
I am
fail.
saying if the file exists, but the file is not readable.
Yeah,
will
there
the
is some
file...
ambiguity in that 9th statement, sir. Correct. You will not know whether because the file does not exist, it
No,
failed,
there's
or
no
whether the
ambiguity.
file is
There's
not.
no ambiguity. It is and.
Yeah,
You will
yeah.
find in the main pages also the same. It
No,
is
no.
and.
What I am saying is, there is some ambiguity that on what basis that thing failed, whether it's because the file
That
didn't
is
exist,
not
it
clear.
failed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that won't be clear if it fails. Okay.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, so that is the issue, because here you have to think of those, you have to print the statement based on those two things separately. The problem says if it doesn't exist, then you have to print something else if it exists. Okay, and it is not readable, then you have to print not readable. Got it? So
Okay.
what you have to do, you have to use minus f before minus r.
Okay.
Now if I use minus f, okay, what
Yes.
will be no?
Now next minus r. That one minus f means
Minus f, if this thing passes, then what will you know?
we have to check whether it's readable.
We know that
The file
file
exists.
exists.
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah.
Now just use echo and whatever is given in the question, just use that. Okay, got it?
No, but one more condition we have to check, no, sir, in that after
Yes.
checking whether the
Now,
file exists. No,
now
no.
when will this fail? When
No.
will this condition fail? When file does not exist. Okay.
No, sir. In the after the first if statement, we have to check whether the file is readable. No, sir. The existing file is readable. We have to check. So it's like a nested loop. No, sir. After the first if statement.
Okay. So yes, you got it. That
Yeah.
would be better. We know that
How
file
to
exists.
nested loop.
We know that file exists. Now inside this if, we can again use another if. And what will we write here? Minus r.
Is it readable? Yes. Sir.
Yes. Now we will know that it is readable also.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got
if it's
it.
readable, print who we have to put. Okay. That we will do.
Yeah. Now there will be a if else statement for this if. What will that denote?
That will not readable, sir. So not readable is one. Else not readable.
Yeah. So what will this else mean? Does the file exist here?
Yeah, the file exists, but it's not readable. The second
Okay.
part
So
will
file
be
exists, but not
readable. The second part will be has to be written.
file exists, but not readable. Okay. And what would this else mean?
Does not exist and is not readable.
Does not exist is enough.
Okay. Yeah. Does not exist.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Now
Yeah.
will you be able to write the code?
Regarding that, coding only is the syntax only is the question for me, sir, concern for me. Why? Because this is a programming exam, and one if we can't get the output, we'll be marked 0. That's
Yes.
that
So
fear is there always.
syntax you will learn only when you will try it yourself.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not giving you the full solution. I can just copy paste it.
Yeah.
I will share the solution of week 5
Okay.
in some time, and I would like you to practice before that, before
Sure.
seeing the solution.
Yeah.
If you want, I can just share the solution just now.
No, not necessarily. But this
Okay.
kind of
Now
interactive style of explaining those problems will be quite useful to us. That's all.
yes,
Step by
yes.
step.
That's
Thank
why I didn't. And there's one more concept that we have to use. You have to put. You have to redirect the output this to error string stderr, right? How will you do that? Using this. Okay. And you also, yeah, and you have to exit with exit code 2. So this is the command. Now I have given you all the syntax. You just have to combine all these syntaxes. Got it?
Yes.
Now instead of not readable, if I say you that you have to print something else, you just have to change the string. Okay. Instead of not readable, if you want to print does not exist, change that. If instead of code as 2, if I ask you to return as code 1, you can just change the number. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So now just try to finish this. Okay. With this help, and try to code it yourself without seeing the solution. If you face any issues, then see the solution.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So now
Sir, I
Yeah.
have a question. What is more useful to use, single square bracket or double square bracket?
Whatever you have been using more, stick to that. For tomorrow's
Sir,
exam and day after tomorrow's
uh,
exam, whatever you have used more, stick to that.
but sir, we have to use some string operations are there, regex comparisons are there, also numerical comparisons are there.
Yes.
If I use single square bracket, then will it accept both, or if I use double square bracket, will it?
No, I didn't get you. What you are saying?
Sir, when I use single square bracket, will it accept both regex expressions or string operations and numerical comparisons? All are it is just specific for some brackets.
Yes, yes, it will. Just how you use it could be a difference. Otherwise, there's not much difference. Okay. Most of the things you can do with single brackets, and some of the things you can do easily with double brackets. And double brackets are like a feature for bash only. So if you think that you are using ZSH sometimes and bash sometimes, if you have a Mac and you use different shells, then I would say you stick to single square brackets. But there won't be anything that you cannot do with single square brackets and you can only do with double square brackets. It's just the thing how you do it may be slightly different.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one doubt that suppose there is a.
And one more thing, so the regex can be used in double square brackets easily. Okay, so if you are not if you are using only bash and if you are not keen on using other shells, so I would say use double square brackets throughout and stick to
Sir,
that only.
in exam, what would you prefer, sir?
In exam, you just need to get the output, the desired output. You use single square brackets or double, it doesn't matter.
Okay, sir.
But if you don't have any bias, I would say use double square brackets. If you want to stick to bash only, if you are not using other shells.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
there was
Thank
some
you.
question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, suppose there is a text file. Now I want to trim that text file in different ways. Suppose I want to trim that vertically, then we have head and tail command. And
Vertically, yes, complete lines, a few lines.
yes, a few lines, then I can use head and tail command. That is one option, and second is grep command. And suppose if I want to trim it horizontally for every lines, then I can use cut. So these three commands I can think of. Is there any other commands to like text formatting?
Actually, there are complete tools, complete utilities for that you will be studying in weeks, the next week also. And one is already been covered, but that is not part of the exam. That is SET. SET is also used for the same purpose. Okay.
For text.
Yeah, it is a line by line utility, and awk that you will be studying in the next week, that it also does the same. And that awk you can write awk scripts, so it is like a complete programming language to pass the file
Okay.
horizontally and vertically both.
Okay, so for bash only these three are
Yes,
tools, right?
for bash only these three. And
Okay.
just try a few ways where you can use these uh, in combination using the redirection operators. You know that, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got.
Yeah, so if I say that there are three, so one file contains student information about three students, so their name is there, roll number is there, and everything is there. And if I ask you to extract the roll number of a specific student, how would you do that?
Sir, can you repeat? Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Okay, just a second. I was reading the chat. Yeah, Pritodip, I will, let's talk about this after the session, at the end of the session. If required, I will share the ID. Yeah. So my question is that there are 3 students information in each line in a file, and every line consists of name, roll number, and the subjects and address, and a lot of details. Now I ask you to extract the roll number of a specific student, of one student. How would you do that?
Yeah,
Suppose the
then
name is
first,
Ram.
yes, then first grep command and then pipe it to cart command.
Yes, it's that simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that is what I wanted to hear. So
Okay, sir. Thank you.
now, yeah, so let's switch to some pattern matching.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
In Replit, the week 5 problem number 2, I am not getting the desired output from my code. Can I share my screen so that you can check my code?
I can check your code without sharing. Let me know your ID.
Okay, my Replit ID.
Yeah.
Let me
Or just
check.
name is sufficient. Or your name, if you
Anupam.
have
Yeah,
Anupam.
my name
Let me see if
Anupam
that,
Kumar.
yeah, I can see it from your name. Problem, week 5
Uh,
problem.
week 5 problem 2.
Anupam Kumar Jha.
Yeah.
Okay, is this the solution?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the problem? So write a bash script that takes 2 arguments. Check if both the arguments are positive integers, then print their sum. Else print not integers. Okay. So how are you doing it?
First, I'm checking that both the arguments are greater than 0, and then if they are positive, then I'm summing them and then printing output on the screen. And then if they are not positive, then that goes into else command. And
Okay, so the thing is, the problem is that you have focused on positive part only, not the integers. What if the arguments are not integers?
okay, that we need to check that also, na? That it should
Yes.
be not float. So
Yes.
how do we
So
check that?
use the grep.
Grep,
Yes.
like in grep, how?
Tell me. What should be the first letter?
It should be in, like number, numerical.
Okay, so it should be a digit.
Yeah, it should be a digit.
It should not start with minus. If you want to see if it is a negative, then here it will be this, the first one.
Okay.
So how do you specify that it should start with? Using the cap sign. So
Cap
it should
sign, yeah.
start with a
0
number.
to 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And how many of these can be there?
It can be
one or more.
Anything. It can be anything. One and more.
Yeah. Now just think of that if this is correct or not.
Yeah. Now get it.
Okay. Dollar also should come now at the end.
Yes. That's what that's where I was coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there will be no dollar, that dot will be also be like matched, and that
everything will be matched.
Yeah.
So everything after digits will be matched.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So it should end with a digit also.
Okay. Okay.
Ankur, I have a small syntactical question. After opening this big brackets, is it necessarily to put space? Because what I have figured out, like sometimes when I'm not putting the space now, it is not giving the correct result.
Yeah, that is the beauty of bash, or that is the cruelty of bash, whatever you call it.
So always we have to give this space.
Yes, so just practice as much problems as you can, because space issues you will face a lot while declaring a variable. If you use a space, then there will be a syntax error.
Got it. Got
And
it.
here, if you don't use a space, there will be a syntax error. That's why you have to, and these are very basics, if basic issues. So if you just write 5 to 10 bash problems yourself, you should be good. Okay, but you have to write those yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thanks.
now, yeah, so now let's come to
We have to
the, yeah,
same thing we have to write for $2 also, no?
yeah, that I'm not giving the
Oh,
complete
yeah.
solution. I want you guys to practice.
And also the last thing, like why we have used this before eco, you have used some what I don't know what it's called,
So
which is just above the tab.
this is to make it run like a command. You can
Okay,
do it
got it.
using dollar and brackets also.
Brackets
There's
also,
another,
yeah.
yeah, that's another way. You can use
Okay.
eval also, put this in variable and use eval.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
so there are several ways in bash. Okay, guys, so now let me switch to regex and grep. Somebody was saying that they are facing issues in regex and grep. So last time actually sir discussed it again in the last quiz revision session, but we'll go through the concept that are most useful for our exam tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, so who asked somebody asked this thing? Who is the one? Abhineet. Hey Abhineet, you there? Okay, so no issues. Abhineet may be able to see the recording if he likes. So anybody else who is facing issues in pattern matching?
So yes, sir, you can discuss a problem in that.
Yeah, Ankur, you can discuss that. That is a little
Yes,
tricky
so
for me also.
let's discuss that. Okay, so this is a very important concept. So regular expressions are the concept is very similar in like other programming languages also and everywhere. Yeah, sorry, that was my daughter. So yeah, so learning regular expressions, I was saying that it is very important. You can use it in like almost all the programming languages and a lot of shells. Okay, and 99% of the time the standards, if the standards are followed, you would use the same wildcards and same characters. Okay, so BRE and ERE, so these are two standards. So just to tell you, in this also I would say stick to one, that would be better. Like if you stick to ERE, use egrep or grep minus e option. Okay, stick to one, that would be good. Yeah, so stick to either BRE or ERE so that you don't get confused. Okay, so in regular expression, if you give a character which is not a special character like A, B, C, D, and P, like this example P, A, T, T, E, R, N, so it is exactly matched as it is P, A, T, T, E, R, N. Okay, so but this could be anywhere in the string to match with to for this pattern match to succeed. This word pattern could be anywhere in the line. Okay, It doesn't need to be like in the starting or in the end, or there doesn't need to be space before or after pattern, because we have not specified anything. So what does this mean is that you just have to match what pattern, this keyword PATTER and pattern anywhere in the line. Now these are the special characters. If you use this, it doesn't mean that it will match the same thing. So if you use dot, it doesn't mean that it will match dot only. Dot means any character, it will match any character. So dot is generally used to design a pattern where suppose you want uh, one digit, then any character, then another digit. So you can mention that. Suppose you want two, then any character is allowed, and then only another digit is allowed. Let me open my terminal also. I think that would be better. Now there will be a problem of zoom in this. Or is it zoomed? So are you guys able to see it zoom, the terminal?
It's okay.
Yes, sir, it is
No problem.
No, it's visible, but is it are the characters readable?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
readable, but little bit small.
Okay. So what I was showing is, suppose let's create some file. Name, roll number, class. So yeah. So suppose this is our text file and you want to grep in this. Okay. Now if I grep English,
File name also we have to write now.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. So it doesn't matter if English is at the end or in the starting. Okay. Now this anchor, there's a dollar sign on the screen, if you guys can see. Can you guys see both the things, like on the right side, the terminal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So dollar
Yes.
sign, what does dollar sign mean?
End of line.
End of line. So now if I put a dollar here, what does this mean? That the line should end with this pattern. Okay. So this line did not pass our pattern matching. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Let me demonstrate one more thing that is very important. Like, do you understand what these special characters actually mean? Okay. Now tell me what will which lines will this match? Ram, John, or
Third
Samir?
line.
Ram.
Samir,
Only the first line. Ram.
only the first line. Because dollar is a special character. When the pattern tries to, when the pattern is read, dollar is read as a special symbol, not as dollar exactly. So if what should I use if you want to search for Samir?
Maybe double dollar, sir.
No.
Now
There's
we
a
Backslash dollar.
escape the dollar.
just
We
see
escape
the
the dollar.
slide.
We escape the dollar.
Backslash dollar.
Yes, you have to escape the dollar. That means what are you specifying by this? This will be read by the interpreter as anything after slash is not read as a special character but as a normal character. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is what I was saying, that you should understand what is the difference between a special character and a normal character. Special characters are read differently. So what will this match if I do it like this? What does this mean?
So one character, anything it can take.
It can take anything. So it will match anything. Instead, it will be a dollar or whatever, but it needs something. Nothing does not qualify for anything. Got it? That's why Ram did not pass this regular expression. English dot dollar. Got it?
Clear.
Okay. Now suppose I want to search for all those students whose roll number starts with the letter with the character 5, because that means they are in class 5, suppose. Okay, then the second thing is specify the section, that they are in section A, section B, but you are not concerned about section, you are just concerned about class 5. But all those roll numbers should start with the character after 1. Okay, so if you divide this roll number, there are 3 parts to it. Suppose the first character defines the class, the second character defines the section, and the last 4 digits define the roll number, roll count. Now I want all those students who study in class 5th, whatever section, and their roll number starts with, roll count starts with 1. So this is the pattern. Got it? Now the other way to use graph is like this. Okay. Now let me tell you one more thing. What is a star? What does a star mean? A star means any number of characters there can be, either 0 or 1. Now we just saw that what this returned, only Samir. Now tell me what will this return? Guys?
Both.
This should return
First and
Samir
Samir
also.
and Ram.
All three.
No.
All three.
No, all three. Why all three? English should be there, right? After English, there can be any number of characters.
Okay, only the second and third. Sir.
No, only the first one, because there is a dollar. Dollar means that it should end with the word English. No, it should return Samir also actually.
Samir also it should return, na, because English, then any character. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should return Ram and Samir, I guess.
No, this one is correct. Last one I am also confused with. This should return Ram and Samir.
Sir,
Yes,
some
yes, yes.
student also raised this issue when professor was there in meet.
Okay.
In some week, I cannot remember, but some student also raised this issue before. Like star, like behaves little bit differently.
No, star behaves that way. I am just talking about the dollar. After dollar after star is not behaving correctly. Star is behaving correctly. The issue is with dollar
Yes, sir.
here.
Yes.
Dollar and star are used combined. So if I don't use dollar, this example, it is returning all three. Why is it returning all three? Can anybody tell?
Yes, because it is star.
Star means any number of characters it could
Any
be.
number. Yes.
It could be anything. Okay. So star is generally used where if you want to use something in between and then again something else. So I will tell you, for example, if you want to, if you say like this, English and then star and then H. That means it expects whatever there could be in between English and Hindi. It could be anything.
Yes. Yes.
Is it not? Oh, actually, sorry. I zero or more of the preceding character. It is like star is yeah. Star doesn't match any number of. It is any number of times the last character it is. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. So it
So
is
Ankur,
star is not a plural of dot. I got confused myself. Now I remember. So star is generally, yeah. So let's change the roll number for Samir. Yeah. Now let me show you what star means. So suppose you use like this. You need 5, then you need a C, and after that you need any number of okay. So this means that you want to match it with first there should be a 5, then there should be a C, and then there could be any number of digits. Okay, but there has to be digits. Now tell me what lines will it match? Will it match, Richa? Just tell me this.
No.
no.
Why won't it match, Richa?
There is
Because
double
it
C.
is 5cc.
Yeah, because the second C does not match the 0 to 9 class. Okay, so what does this mean? This bracket 0 to 9 means any character from 0 to 9, only one character, but okay, there should be only one. Yeah, so will and what about this will also match actually with the same. This will also give the same results.
Actually, this
Ankur, this Richa is also getting matched, na?
Yes, tell me
Yeah.
why. Yeah, tell me why.
Oh,
Can anybody tell me why?
because yeah,
Just
because
focus on this. Just focus on this.
0 or more
Oh,
factor,
okay.
na?
Okay,
Yeah.
got it, got it.
So in egrep, there is another in extended expression. There is one that matches one or more. Just replace this 0 with 1, and it will tell you what plus does. Okay. So now tell me this. Will this match, Richa?
No.
No,
This one.
no.
Okay. Now did you get
Clear.
the difference between star and plus?
Yes, clear, clear.
Okay.
And what about minus? Is there something like minus?
No, we don't need it.
Okay.
Okay. What does this mean? What does this mean?
One or more characters.
After 5, you need one or more C.
Yes.
Okay. So this will return all 3.
All three.
Yes. Okay. So this is the main thing about regular expressions that I just wanted to explain clearly what is the difference between a special character and a normal character. So that we have discussed. Then about this character class range, you can use A to Z small, or you can use A to Z capital, or there are special character classes. You can just directly type in that also. So these things you can go through all these things like once you have understood the difference between some basic regular expressions, these things you can just try. Now, now if you want to use the other important thing is about the OR. Okay, if you want to use something like if you want to search for Ram or Samir, you want both, then you can use this, specifically Ram or Samir. Okay, then you can use this, and in ERE you can use this directly. If you want to use normal grep, then you will have to use multiple times. Grep minus E, then one expression, then hyphen E, then another expression. If you use egrep, you can directly use this. So these are the characters that you can use only with egrep. Now this is similar to this, but this is the difference between BRE and ERE. In BRE, you have to use it with escape characters, because the curly braces are treated as a special character. Okay, in BRE, for using brackets also you have to use escape character, so it doesn't look the expression looks ugly sometimes. Okay, so generally I prefer using ERE always, so that I doesn't get confused in my using again and again. Okay, if you use sometimes BRE and sometimes ERE, you are definitely bound to get confused, so use one of them always. Yeah, and there is one more 0 or 1 of the preceding character that you can use as a question mark. So these are the
Sir,
character
can
classes
you,
I was, yeah, tell me.
sir, can you show one example with the grouping parenthesis?
So it's not that important as of now. Don't worry about it. But if you want, there are a lot of examples already given in GRP and PPA. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. But grouping is very important if you want to store something, like if you want to remember some pattern. Okay, so you can group and you can number them. Yeah, so these are the character classes, so you can use directly as it is inside your expression.
Ankur, can you give a little example of these things?
It's the same thing. Suppose about let's talk about this. Okay, so this is the example. If you want to use character classes instead of this, you use it like this.
So it will specify a single digit should come after 5C, which is from the
No, that's what I'm
decimal.
saying. This is equivalent to digit.
Oh,
Any
got
digit.
it, got it.
Single digit, but any digit.
But single only, no? Not like any number of digit can come.
Any number is from by plus.
Plus, okay, got it, got it.
One
Clear,
or more.
clear.
Okay.
Okay, clear now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 0 to 9 means any digit. 1. once. Okay.
But once
Upper,
only. Yes. got it.
yeah, uppercase means if you want to search that the subject name should start with like so here it is like math, M is capital. So you want to search that it should be capital letter only. So for that you use upper. Okay.
Got it.
Could it be used with grep command also? Like character classes?
I don't remember. I have not tried, but I don't know if I
I
think we can.
No, I guess we can use it. Yeah.
If it is there in BRE, I don't know. I generally
I,
don't use it. That's why.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see this.
Ankur, any significance why you always put this pattern in quotes? Without quotes, this won't work.
Without quotes also it works. But if you want to use space or something like that, generally I have a habit.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Oh, okay, now you got it. What is the use of upper? One upper character. This means any one uppercase character. And instead of this, if we use lower, it has matched this one, Samir, and not Ram this time. See this and see how these two work. Okay, got it?
Clear, Ankur. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the back reference. So along with grouping, you can use back reference. So this you should know. Now,
Ankur, this also can give one example.
it's there. A line with two occurrences of hello will be matched using this. What does this mean? That once you have grouped hello. Okay, I will have to change the text. We'll do that. So once you have used hello, and that is referenced as one again because you have grouped it. So I will let's actually
So,
this
sir,
pattern doesn't, we don't have anything in this. We'll add something here. Let's see. Yeah, tell me. Somebody was saying something.
sir, is the back reference like works only with groupings?
Yes, that's what I mentioned when we were discussing grouping, right?
Okay, okay.
So what example do we take?
Ankur, just to clarify, this dot signify there should be a single character after English.
Yes, because that was there in the pattern. That's why I used dot.
Space. Okay.
So we are concerned about one, how to use one. Got it? That means 2-time English should be there.
Or this \1 just it's a alias for the English right now.
Yeah, because we have grouped it and we are now back referencing it. Okay. Suppose you don't know what it is, but you want that to repeat. I think this should also work. Yes, it works. Let me demonstrate it very clearly now. Okay. Now tell me first, can you see the difference between these two English?
Yes,
Okay, the last character is different.
correct.
Now, if I want to, now will this match the Richa? The line with Richa.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
it will.
it should
Count
match.
how many dots are there? 1, 2,
1,
3,
2, 3,
4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 we have. Yeah, it will
So
match.
this group will match with what? The first word is English. H.
Capital E.
H.
Yeah,
Okay. This complete will match with English. And what will be the
correct.
value of one? Our back reference?
Oh,
English.
it will be English.
ENGLISH.
Yeah.
Got it? It won't
Oh,
match with
got
anything.
it.
That's
Got
why
it.
I
Got it.
changed it. Got it? Now,
Now clear. Yeah.
now let me remove one dot. Will it match now? Tell me.
Sir, can you
Yeah.
repeat why it
Yes,
didn't
it will
match?
match. It will match.
No. No, man. It will not match.
No, it will match. No, till S, everything
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, it will match because it will find ENGLIS. The value of back reference is ENGLIS, not H. So it will match.
Because we have only one dot, na. There are two characters between English and English.
Yeah. So
the
yeah, let's make it star. Now it will match.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
And the
it will
first,
match.
yeah, that's the problem. It didn't match because of the number of characters between these two. Okay.
Ankur,
So let's
this dot star also is used a lot of time. What does it signify? Dot is single character,
and star means any number of characters of the last character. That is any number of characters. Dot stars means any number of any characters.
any number of any character. Got it. Okay.
And is it can be 0, right?
It can be 0. With a star, it can be 0. With dot, it has to be at least 1. With dot star, it can be 0 also.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now
Clear, Ankur, thank you.
somebody didn't understand this one itself. Why is it not matching anything?
It will not match, no?
Something happened. The same command. Yeah, this won't match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody was asking why didn't this match? Who was
Yeah,
that?
yes, yes, sir. Yes,
Your
sir, I
name?
am Rakesh. Sir,
Rakesh. Yeah. Okay, Rakesh. So firstly, what will this match with? What will these characters match with? It will start from the left side. Okay. How many dots are after ENG, Rakesh?
4 dots. So it should be
Okay. So it will match with ENGLISH.
H.
Now what is our pattern that is matched? ENGLISH. And the pattern that is matched is stored that can be used as 1. Now what does this 1 mean?
Okay.
Whatever we
one
matched.
means 4 dot or the exact word.
Exact word.
Okay. Now I got it. So
Exact
it is G.
whatever we matched. That's why I took this example. That's not there in the slide.
Yes.
Otherwise, there was no good use of back reference, right? You can directly write English again. You don't know what is there, but you want to search whatever is there. Whatever is there, you want to search it again, and you don't know. If you would have, if you would knew, you would have directly written English again here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the operator precedence and all these things. You can go through it. So you will be easily able to understand this. Okay. So I think main things of the regular expressions we have already discussed. Now, why I am in a bit hurry, because I wanted to discuss the cheat sheet once. Okay. Firstly, any issues with the pattern matching?
Clear for me, Ankur. Thanks.
Okay. Now this is the cheat sheet. So this cheat sheet is in itself is a revision for you guys.
Ankur, it's not visible. You are not sharing.
I have not shared yet. I'm just opening it. Yeah. Now I've shared. Okay. So this we have already discussed in the starting of the lecture, this session. What does the read means? Okay, so how do you read it? Is input and output is input is through read and output is through echo. So there is a test expression that you can directly use sometimes if you don't want to use if condition. So you can directly use this test expression and then logical and or operators to print similar to if else condition. Okay, you can try that, and you can use other operators as well. Okay, now if suppose you are not very confident on how to use these operators, you can find that as well in this sheet because there are examples here. Okay. Okay, so now these are the file operators that you can use to check if a file exists or not, or what permissions are there. If it is a directory, so this is another thing that you can use. Now there are different operators for strings and for arithmetic comparison. Okay, so generally in other languages, equal to, not equal to, less than, and these operators are used for arithmetic operations, but here it is used only for string. For arithmetic operations, you have to use this eq for equal to, g for greater than equal to, okay, gt for greater than, and so on. So just try a few examples with these two separately. And
We cannot use a string operation with numerical values.
you can use,
Right.
the numerical values will be treated as strings,
Okay, yeah, right.
because after all that is a string in bash.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
always a string. Okay, now if elif condition and else, so if you don't want to use elif, then just eliminate this. You can directly use else. Pay attention, don't get confused. Sometimes students use else and then write if, like in other programming languages, and they are not able to spot the error. You have to use elif if you have to use else if. You can't write else if. This is the syntax. Okay, and the other thing is sometimes people forget to close the if condition or for loop. To close the if, you have to use fi. So pay attention on these things.
Uh,
Okay, to close the case
Ankur,
statement, you have to raise this. Yeah, tell me.
I have a doubt that when we are using condition, when we check the condition, what it returns? Like in Python, it like then when we check a condition, it returns true or false. In Bash, what
Yes,
it returns?
0 1.
Like 0 or 1. So
Yes,
zero means true and 1 means false. What's the
yes,
other way?
yes. Just
Okay.
and sometimes if you get confused, what is
Yeah.
true and what is false, just remember what is the value of successful exit code, dollars question mark.
Okay. So 0 for true and 1 for false. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Whenever you forget, just type echo hello and echo dollar question mark. You will know what is the value for true.
Okay. Ankur.
Yeah, so this is the case statement. In this case statement, star is used for default, and these are the values, and this is a single or is used for to match multiple values. Okay, and remember to close every case statement with these two double semicolons. You can use this in the next line also. So this is the kind of a break. This is a break. Okay, the break that you use in other languages. So there are different loops supported here. So for loop, this is the one way in a variable in some list. You can use some command also here instead of this list. You can use a list of values also. Okay, and the other C like syntax is this. So if you get confused sometimes, it's better to stick to C like syntax wherever the numbers are involved, especially where the numbers are involved. Okay, and this is the while condition. Here also in every loop also you have to pay attention to do and done. If you don't use this, there will be syntax error. Okay, so this until condition is similar to while condition. It's just the difference is that till when you want to execute the command. Now this is a select loop. So generally this select loop is used for creating your own commands where you want to accept a lot of arguments. and you want to write your own command. So there it is very useful. Okay, so here you can use something like select I in your dollar all the arguments at the rate. Now functions are created this way or this way. You can use the function keyword, or you may or may not use the function keyword that will create a function. And somebody asked today, how do we accept command line arguments? So functions and scripts use the command line the arguments in the same way, $1, $2, $3. Okay, and to call the function, I just mentioned in the starting also, you don't need to use the parenthesis. Grep and egrep we have already discussed. And if you forget something, so in grep sometimes if you don't want to uh, print something, print the line number somewhere or something like that, then you have to refer to these options. Otherwise it is straightforward. So these are the regex character classes and all these things that we have already discussed just now. But just remember that these are there, and if you forget something, you can refer. Yeah. Now the other thing is like sort command is not discussed in detail, but it is very useful. So that's why we have kept those commands in the cheat sheet. We have not kept everything. So what sort does is sort. It's simple. Sort the input. Okay. So and what unique command does is, so unique command gives only the unique lines from the input. Okay, but pay attention to this. This is very important. Unique command only filters adjacent matching lines. So if you want to really filter, want to get the distinct lines, the option is to use first sort then unique. Only then you will get adjacent everything unique. Otherwise it will just check for duplicate adjacent matching lines. Okay, remember this. This is very important thing that you should know about unique. Okay, that's why we have given the example of unit and sort together. Okay, guys. So this is it. I would like you guys to go through these cheat sheet again with during your mock.
Thank you, Ankur.
Yeah, and Pritodeep, let's discuss the issue that you were talking about and about the cheat sheet. Cheat sheet will be available in mock.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I sent a mail to the support team a few hours back. I was requesting a postponement for of the OPP at least for students residing in Assam and Meghalaya. We are facing a very bad flood situation as of now. Even I have like a maximum of a few hours of power backup left. No power, no water. The entire area is flooded. So that's the issue, sir.
Oh, that is a problem. So
Like
let's do one
thousands
thing.
of people have already been moved out of the city because like moved out of their homes because like the water level is reached up to first floors. That is how bad the situation is.
Okay, so I have shared the shared that with you
Yes, sir.
personally.
Yes, I got it, sir. Thanks.
So if you can send me a mail immediately, that would be better. I will have something to forward also. I will talk to the operational guys. So what is the issue with the Assam and?
It's an issue with Assam and Meghalaya, sir. We have had incessant rainfall
So
since
most of the parts or only with some specific parts?
sir, most of the parts, sir. Especially Meghalaya and southern Assam, like
Oh
Kachar,
my God.
my place. So I
Okay,
actually
okay.
I have already sent the mail to operational guys and Santana sir as well. I just didn't have your ID, so I could send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me and I will talk to the operational team directly just now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At least if some special arrangements could be made for us, it would be very good.
Yes,
Because
yes.
as of now, there is no way we can sit for exams given the current situation. Because even mobile towers are out. Like internet is very bad. It keeps coming and going.
Okay, okay. Okay, man. and we will
Yes.
talk and we'll get back.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Okay, guys. So this is it for today, and we will have another session day after tomorrow for all your doubts. So today was a kind of session with for doubts and revision and for the pattern, everything mixed. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and all the best for your preparations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So all the
Thank you, sir, for the
yeah. Good day and have a nice day. So we are closing the session now.